So, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We made it. I made it. We finally made it. Amazing. This is Brian. Brian's been helping me out with the channel since pretty much day one. And he's a pretty cool, interesting person to talk to.
I would say so.
He's got some pretty cool points of views, and always it's laser focus on logic. So we were talking about not seeing small things, uh, not allowing those small things to make us flip the switch. You know, I was telling them about my experience as far as like with the VA and how PTSD therapy. After listening to other people, because in my first video, we spoke about how we always compare ourselves to somebody. It's always got to be that measuring. And I started comparing myself to a lot of the people I do therapy with, because obviously their situations in comparison to mine are astronomical. And, not to like make fun of it or anything like that. That's not the way I'm intending it to be. But it makes you think. It makes you, let me take a step back. Let me go ahead and try. Let me try to breathe real quick before I go ahead and unleash hell on this earth.
Absolutely. PTSD is one of those, it's a perspective thing. A person's trauma is different from all points of view.
Okay.
Anyone who has ever been through a traumatic event, they understand that event hurts them or affects them more than this person would. So for each person, that trauma is it's a more intimate thing.
Okay.
For example, it was a New York Times article that I read online in like spare time. I just read random articles, and it was one about a major who came back from Afghanistan like 4 years ago. The base that he was on, he was at a FOB, Forward Operating Base, and his traumatic experience when he came back and did his therapy. Afterwards, he was like, "Oh yeah, that was great. It really put me in perspective." And it wasn't where he was homicidal or suicidal or anything like that, but it affected him. Every once in a while, he would break down for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Only when he was able to see some of the other soldiers who were in his same FOB and their traumatic experiences did he immediately, he was like, whoa, I got off good.
Yeah.
I got off light. So it's perspective.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. I think that every individual has a different perspective on situations that are negative. What might be a negative 10 out of 10 being a negative 10 being the top. Yeah, good. A negative 10 being the worst.
No, you're out of frame.
I'm out of frame. My bad. So, you might not see it at a negative 10. You might be like, bruh, come on now.
Exactly.
But nevertheless, like, once again, like I told everybody, I salute all the veterans that have the courage to sit down in a therapy group and open up and really do it for for the health aspect of things. You know.
Never look at it as a negative. I know a lot of people have, there's a stigma, even with law enforcement or anyone else who has ever served. Uh, it's a stigma. If you're that screwed up in the head, do they really want you out in the world? So most people try and hide it.
Okay.
Because the minute you go to therapy and someone knows that you're going to therapy, they're thinking, whoa,
yeah,
there's something wrong with this person.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with him.
Correct.
Nope. It's really sad that, like, after me going to the VA, it's really sad to see how. Yeah, we're getting wet.
Back there.
It's sad to see how many of them aren't at the level of precarity that they should be at. You know, you're talking about guys who dealt with, like, we're gonna go ahead and pause this real quick because it's pouring down. We're gonna go somewhere else and safe. It needs to be safe right now. We'll be right back.
Right back.
Your money.